Francisco's police chief is addressing concerns about terror gaps in the wake of the attack in Manchester, England.
KPIX 5's Phil Matier spoke to the chief about the challenges that could make the city vulnerable. Phil?
That's right, Veronica. You know, all across America, police chiefs are grappling with how to make it safer for everyone. And sometimes they're coming across gaps that they didn't know were there or that they're working to fix. And one of those in San Francisco has to do with the tunnels underneath the city. Here's the story.
Communications is key. But they are despots, They are despots, throughout this city and regions.
It's hard to believe in this high-tech age, but as former FBI agent and now KPIX security analyst Jeff Harb tells us, from his own first-hand experience, even something as basic as emergency radios working can still be a problem in a terror attack.
I can tell you, as a former commander of the SWAT team, and we would do operations in and around the hilly areas of the city, which are most of the city, you have problems. It's tough to communicate. That is the Achilles heel for any kind of operation.
But not all the challenges are technical. There's also the issue of how to control the soft targets, like a crowd leaving a big event.
When you're in a situation where you're dealing with, a large group of people, it's a little bit more difficult.
We're going to be beefing up security after Manchester for events.
Well, we assess based on the information we get. We do threat assessments on all events.
There are legal and political challenges as well. For example, shortly after Donald Trump became president, San Francisco police opted out of the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force.
There were some concerns from various members in the community on our policies and our participation in the JTTF.
What were those concerns? What was the...
First Amendment concerns mainly.
They don't want you spying on people?
Well, in a nutshell, First Amendment concerns.
No, that's just not what happens. I mean, the FBI follows the laws.
Is San Francisco putting itself at a disadvantage by not being on this force?
Absolutely putting themselves at a disadvantage.
Chief Scott says they're working on new guidelines to get the city back on the task force.
We have to vet that out and make sure that we have policies in place that are legitimate in the eyes of the community.
Now, meanwhile, back at the tunnels, the police are using an alternate system. They're patching their way through Muni and BART's own communication system when they're down here. But they hope to have a whole system up and running by the end of the year. It's going to cost about $78 million, but they've already committed to spending it. In San Francisco, Phil Matier, KPIX 5.